Hi crafters and welcome. So today is Saturday, November 8th, and I had to move uh, my desk over a little bit. I'm more to the edge of my desk right now. So just did it because when I was working and I was just 6 inches that way, it was interfering too much with my desk that I actually work at Monday through Friday for my other job. So I decided to move it over, and then with the with daylight savings time over, I'm getting a glare. I'm having to turn on my lights above, and so I was getting a glare right here. So I decided to move this over here to cover up that glare, but also this gives me a grounding spot because I did notice that sometimes I was getting too far off of the glass mat and you weren't seeing what I was doing. So this is going to help hopefully ground me that I need to stay here and above when I'm crafting. Okay, let's talk about this bundle. This is in the online exclusives, which you can order now. It's called Words of Beauty. It's a 15-piece stamp set and a 9-piece die set. Now I wasn't going to get this originally, mostly because the dies are not, they're nice. You have these strip word dies and you have these words. Wasn't really what I wanted, as far as I like getting more dies that are flexible and can be used in a bunch of ways. But I didn't have any of these like good phrases that I thought would be good for cards, especially when you're doing like craft shows or you're doing classes. It's nice to have a variety. And I love just because cards. I'll send them to my parents just because. All right, so like I said, it's a 15-piece stamp set and it is a 9-piece die set. All right, let's go ahead and show you what's going on here. I'm gonna leave this over here. Put this over here. Now, if I wanted to, I could just ink this up and press it down, but I don't think that's going to give you a good, accurate example of what these will stamp like. So let me get out a few blocks and put them over here. I think that's all I'm going to need. So let's get out the two main words, and that's the just and the because. Now, if you have a longer block like this, you probably could get these on the same block, but I'm thinking that most of the times you're not going to put them across, because if you put them across this way, put this up here, here's your just, here's your because, and it is longer than what your card is going to be. See how it goes to the past the 6-inch mark? So you could have this going off your card and squish it up, and then it's still over that 5.5 mark. So I don't think it's very often that you're going to put these, unless you're doing like a 4x6 card or a 5x7 card. But so let's go ahead and show you how they stamp. Now I haven't seasoned them, so let me just kind of run my finger over, only because these are a more solid font. So if you don't have all that manufacturing off there, it might not give you the best stamping base. And on this, I'm going to do them kind of far apart because I am going to cut them out when we get to the dies, and I'll show you that. So there's your just. Let's get this because on here straighter. Let me lay that out so it goes to its natural form. I don't think I wiped that one off as well. So let me go pad to stamp. right. My B's a little off there. And let me see. Oh, I do have some. It's supposed to be that way. I just didn't get a very good inking. Let me try it on the other side. See if I can get it better on the other side. Kind of go like this. I can see the black ink piling up on the stamp. So I don't know if we're going to get the best. There, that looks better. Let me show you the difference. So there's that B, get my hand up there so it'll focus. But see how in there, I didn't do a great job. All right, so there's the just and the because. Now let's go to the other words on there. Let me go ahead and grab this out because I'm going to need to put my stamps on there that I need to clean. All right, so let's put this down here. I'm going to get a different piece of cardstock, different color. There we have the word sweet. There's I love you. Let me put this over here. I just realized that I was putting my arm across all the time, and I know that that affects the camera. There's I think you're amazing. Lovely. Now the lovely, you're kind of like, what? There is, as you can see, you're so. So it could be, you're so lovely, you're so kind. Oh, I like that because is a little bit bigger. Right here, see again? I think this is the bigger just. And being on this end of the desk, does it seem like you're seeing this a little bit better? Have I got my camera set up so that you can see what I'm doing just a little bit better? Hopefully so. Getting a lot of black on my fingers. Excuse me. Oh, there's a flare there. Sorry, guys. That's what I was trying to avoid with the lights. Yeah, have you guys adjusted yet to daylight savings time? I have not. One time this week, I fell asleep at 8:15, and then I ended up waking up at 1:30 and couldn't go back to sleep. So now the other day, let me get another, the blue family there. I have a lot of different blues. And then another day, I fell asleep at 9 and got up at 5, and I don't start work until 8:30. So it's kind of annoying, but you know, I'm getting some more stamping done, so that's always good. And I love this, because you know, I'm a ... person. I'm going to do it over here. I'll put it over there and put it back over. I'm a ... person. If you ever got a text from me, I usually put in 3 or 4 dots. A lot. All right. So let's go ahead. I'm going to put this in its natural form. You're a great friend. How many more do I have? 2 more. I'll just have a bunch of blocks out. How about that? appreciate you. And last but not least, oh, I didn't let that one go naturally by itself. And there's the your so. So that's what goes with lovely and kind. You're so lovely, you're so kind, you're so sweet. So there, do you see? Is it focusing? So there's all the smaller words and the dots, and there's the larger words. All right, so let's go ahead and let's go to those dies. Let me go ahead and go right here. So I don't want to lose. Put that over there too. That's the one thing about this, not having the cases, is that I am really afraid that I'm going to lose my plastic pieces, now that you kind of have to have them when you're inside of the new packaging. All right, so let's go to the dies. First off, I'm going to do the becauses in purplish. Let me grab out. I'm going to have to cut this down just a little bit. Tape. There we go. That way it can get through here. All right. So with your mini cut and emboss machine, you do one platform and then two of the twos. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's see if I can get a couple of these out, because remember, there. And I don't like taxing my mini that much. A piece of tape fell down. No, it was not a bug. It was a piece of tape. So let's go ahead and cut those out. There we go. Where's my little magnet die? Oops. Let's see if it'll stay there like that. So there's the because. Get my tweezers. So my fingers aren't working right today. Oh my gosh, nothing's working right today. All right. So there's, oh, did I do that one? Oh no, now I did this one. All right, so here's the because. Get out a few of those scritchies that didn't come out. Yes, this is why I have little paper strips all over my craft room. So there's the because. Here's the big background. Let's do this one that has a few more cutouts in it, and let's do that in a lighter pink. Let me grab one from over here in my little stack. That'll work. Put that over there on that magnet. So now you have this piece also. So what you're going to do is this can go on this, and then this, layers on that. No, I don't have it. Let me go ahead, you know what, let me go ahead and glue it down. That will work best. So just put a thin line of glue on these more solid parts here. Yes, and this is why everything I own is sticky, because I use these tools in ways I'm not supposed to. You're usually not supposed to use the handle of your Stampin' Cut Emboss machine to glue things on. All right, I'm gonna get my more precision reverse tweezers. These have just a little bit of a tighter grip. So what you're going to do is you're going to start with the B. I'm just going to bring it down like this. You're going to start with the B, get that lined up, and then kind of just all right, so there's that part. See, that's the only thing about having to use the lights, is I feel like the focus doesn't become as clear, and I get a lot of shadows from that light. So there's the because, and then you would go ahead and add glue to this. Have a little bit more room here so it can be a little less precise. And then this would go on that. So there you have all 3 layers. All right. So that's 3 of those stamps, or I'm sorry, dies. So now let's go ahead. We'll do, I don't know if I have enough room on this one. I don't, there's no way I can angle it to get it on. See there, that's even going to kind of cut off. Oh, there we go, right there. You know, I'm just going to do a piece. See if I have a smaller piece over here. All right, let's do red and pink this time. How about that? I think I have enough red to do both the justs. All right, that looks good. Oh, look at my desk area, so messy. All right, this is really bothering me because I can see on camera what it looks like, so I'm sure it's also bothering you. All right, get a little bit more clean. All right, so here's the 2 justs. There we go. Oh, I think I just lost my dot. It's right there. All right. Move those out of the way. This is my dot for my just. I'm gonna bring these up. I'm not gonna bring up the dot because I'll lose it. So there's those 2. Oops. This around the dot so I don't lose it. And now we have this one. And we'll do this one in pink. I hope I remember to grab the right one. I'll probably take a Sharpie and I'll put 1 dot, 2 dots, and 3 dots on this so I can remember which layers are which, because you know that's just me. That's the kind of thing I have to do. All right, let me move this off to the side for just a second. Yes, I know we still have a couple more to cut, but we're gonna do that here in a second. So let's go ahead and probably on the just, I would run it through the adhesive sheets, just because it's so very thin. All right, so let's get that just on there. Again, I'm going to first this isn't working right. I think I need to get the T in first. I have glue on my fingers and that doesn't help either. All right. And that little U goes there. All right. I'll put a little, I don't remember, it's called, I believe, the tittle. I believe that's what the little eyes are called. So I have a lot of glue there, but it will dry clear. Just remember that. And another thing is, with these, if I was doing card making, I would have let that either set with the glue. Oh, I did the same one twice, didn't I? I think I did. Let me see. Where's that other just? Oh, no. Guess what? It's over here. So I did it wrong. All right, so I'll show you. You can do it like this, and that looks perfectly fine by itself. But you also have this one here, which I thought I did, but I didn't do. Oh my gosh. Maybe I'm not used to daylight savings time yet. All right. Yeah, because look, there's only 2 cuts. And if I had noticed, I would have noticed that those were exactly the same. Welcome to Roxy World. All right, here we have this. Now I'm not going to pull this off because it would be just too hard. Yeah, see, now I'm ripping that tittle. But this was actually supposed to go on here, and it would have made lining it up a lot easier. And then this was to go on top of there. So I will make sure that we cut this out in the examples class so you actually can see it, because I know I just made it very confusing. But it also shows you the difference here. If you don't want that extra outline, here I'm going to put this on this just because I have the glue on the back now. So you can do it just like that with just the inside and the outside. You can do all 3. And you know what? You even could do just the red on this. So I will show you, I'll have examples of all 3 of those for you tomorrow when we do our examples. And I'm so sorry for the confusion. Should have played around with this a little bit more, but it was another busy week at work. You know how it is. Month end last week was very busy, and then this week is all the reporting. So let's bring this back one last time. because we're going to cut out our 3 word pieces or word frames. All right, so now this is not going to go through. Let me grab my snips. Yes, we don't sell the snips anymore, and I'm so sorry. Let's go ahead and go like this. Cut part of that off, because this long one is going to go over the "It's Your Birthday," and I'll give you a little extra. Let me see. That's about halfway there. So if I go there, I'm still going to get it. I'm going to cut off that kind though. You know what? So let's do the "I appreciate you." That way I don't have to worry about it. Or "You're a great friend." Ah, there we go. We'll do "You're a great friend." So this is the big word frame. Remember, when you're pulling off this tape, always go at a diagonal, so you're less likely to rip your cardstock. But there's "You're a great friend." All right, so that's my new sweet spot for showing to you guys. Now here, you can layer, as you can see, or you can use them for the other words. Like this one will go around the "You've been on my mind." Or this could be a frame, like I said, for a smaller word. But we'll do, I wonder if the "just because" would fit on there too, the way I stamped it. Oh, no, just barely would cut off that J. All right, so let's do this. So there's the "You've been on my mind," a little crooked. And here's the "You're so." And as you're using this over and over, it does get a little less sticky, so you're less likely to tear your paper. But remember, if you wanted to layer it, you could. Something on the back of that. You could also layer it. Okay. I thought this was going to be a short video. I thought it was going to be short, and look, we've been on half an hour. All right, so lots of words. Put it on there. Some dies. And there you are. Oh, didn't know that was still the picture. Sorry, guys. All right, so still in the picture. All right, so there you are, guys. That is the bundle, Words of Beauty. Come on back tomorrow. We're going to make an example together using that card. I'm using that stamp and die set. All right, thanks guys. Have a great Saturday and we'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.